The 2023 NFL Draft is not a very deep class at the wide receiver position. There are 4 prominent names at the top, and then there's a pretty big drop-off. And this week, I'm going to be looking at a few of the mid-round talents and breaking down why I think they can carve out a significant role for themselves in the NFL. Today, we'll be looking at a big, physical wide receiver from Wake Forest, and that is atperry. Hey guys, welcome back. If you guys are new to the channel, I've done prospect spotlights on a number of other prospects. If there's a player you guys want to see me break down, leave it in the comment section below and I will try my best to make it happen. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, leave a comment, let me know what your thoughts are on atperry, and without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing that's going to jump out at you when watching atperry is his tremendous size at the wide receiver position. Weighing in at the combine at 6'3.5", 198 pounds, Perry has really good size to be an outside X wide receiver at the next level. He plays with a level of physicality and it shows on tape as he's fighting through contact and had some very nice contested grabs on the season. Also, due to his size, teams can view Perry as a very good red zone option and a guy who they trust in short yardage situations. That's what's going to cause teams to buy into Perry, I think, is his physicality and size at the wide receiver position, and in my opinion, it's the most defining characteristic of his game. Good contested catch, receiver, physical, and I really like that about him. Perry also has really good body control and is a pretty smooth route runner. He can use his long strides and runs his routes really smoothly and is a pretty good route runner, as I mentioned. He's able to create space, especially against zone coverage, and find weak points and get himself open. When he gets the ball, he's able to use his 4.47 speed that he tested at the combine and the open field and make pretty big plays. He has good ball skills to track down balls, especially on deep throws, and I think he has the ability to be a pretty solid jump ball weapon due to his size and frame at the next level. In the open field, Perry is a hard player to track down. He has good speed, long range, and is really electric in the open field. There are multiple instances where he would get the ball and just take it after the catch, and I really like his after the catch ability. He can utilize his speed and also has the ability to shed tacklers. There were multiple instances in the tape I watched of him fighting through contact, fighting for extra yardage, and he's hard to bring down, especially in the open field. There are some weak points in Perry's game. He has struggled with drops throughout his career a bit. It was more of an issue in 2021, but drops have been something that Perry has battled with from time to time. Perry had an 11.3% drop rate in 2021, which is not ideal, especially if you were going to be spending a second or third round pick on him. Luckily, in 2022, he improved a little bit in that area, dropping his drop percentage down to only 9%. However, in the film I watched, his hands really weren't an issue. I actually saw 0 drops from him in the tape that I watched. I don't think he has bad hands whatsoever. He does have the tendency to let the ball hit his pads sometimes, and that's something I'm going to touch on a bit later. I wanted to bring this up because it is an area that many people have questioned, and I thought it was worth mentioning, but based on my evaluation, I didn't see drops as a big concern when it comes to atperry. Even with a 4.47 speed at the combine, Perry isn't super fast. Okay, let me rephrase that. He's not super sudden. He doesn't have many quick steps or a ton of quickness or twitchiness to his game. The areas that we really see his speed on full display is his long speed. When he gets the ball in the open field is when he is most electric, but off the snap, he isn't super quick and doesn't have a quick step where he can gain separation. Due to his lack of quickness to his game, he can struggle occasionally getting space, especially in tight man coverage, which is something I want to see him improve on. I did mention he does have good long range speed, which definitely helps him in the areas of the deep ball. He's able to really get speed as he goes, and it makes him more of a deep ball threat as he's able to gain more separation, especially on vertical routes. So I do like that about him, but his short range, route running speed, he's not able to generate a ton of separation that way. Perry is very physical, as I've mentioned, but he does get penalized because of that from time to time. He's physical in the pass game, but against the run, he really isn't a great run defender, which is an area I would like to see him improve upon. As a wide receiver, you definitely need to show more of a willingness to protect the run, and that's something I didn't see a ton of from Perry. Lastly, the biggest knock on his game is he doesn't really extend his arms to go for the catch. He tends to use his body and physicality to catch balls, and he needs to improve at extending his arms and attacking the catch point rather than waiting for it to come to him. If he could improve on this, I think it would help with the drops as well, instead of it bouncing off his pad. I think his hands are pretty strong. He has good hand size. I think it could help him quite a bit and make him an even more scary option at the wide receiver position. Perry is pretty scheme versatile, but I think he would work best in a vertical spread, air raid offense, one that likes to throw the ball a lot, especially down the field, and allow him to use his athleticism. A comp I've seen going around from both the Franchise Guy and Hail Mary Sports for Perry that I really like is AJ Green. They have almost identical measurements. Perry tested a bit faster than AJ Green did. Green was a bit heavier, but their testing numbers across the board are almost identical, and they both played an extremely physical brand of football and relied on their size a lot. Green is a Hall of Famer in my opinion, and I'm not sure Perry will be exactly that, but in terms of play style, physicality, I think AJ Green is a pretty good comparison to Perry. Perry has some tools teams will love. His physicality, size, and big play opportunities could cause teams to buy in. Yes, there are concerns there, but at the very least, Perry could be a very solid possession wide receiver at the next level because of his lack of quickness. Overall, I think Perry has some very nice tools and things coaches are going to want to buy into. I think he will be selected in the top 85 of the 2023 NFL Draft.